is this? Drag. Go away, little snitch. There it is. All right. So here's the voting as it stands. For the most part, by the way, the deception framework, y'all can see this? The deception framework was intended to be kind of tied into Guy's talk. I probably used the wrong way to describe it, but if folks were interested in following up with Guy, then that's kind of what that was about. But as you can see, it kind of didn't get that many votes, probably because I named it wrong. But if folks actually want to still have a deep dive on that, I'm inclined to go ahead, have you guys do that. But ultimately, we're going to run out of time today. We can certainly continue it for tomorrow. Okay, so here's what I intend on doing. I was trying to figure out I was trying to minimize the amount of, I wanted to go into both sessions, right? And so I think at 1 o'clock, we have enough people who are distinct enough from the two groups that I can create a parallel track. At 1 p.m., we'll have one group do, Kelly will facilitate one on the hazards assessment / forecasting framework, and then Andrea and Thomas will do one on the professionalization. And so we'll have to figure out how to break up the room in a way that doesn't create too much noise for us. But essentially, at 1 o'clock, we'll split those up into two separate work streams, and we'll work on them simultaneously. And then the 3 o'clock time frame, or from the afternoon time frame on the testing and evaluation framework, there was enough blend across multiple people that I couldn't really split that up. So that's that topic. All right, so right now, what I wanted to do before lunch and before the afternoon is really start having you think through what is it that we want to create as an output for this framework. Tom kind of put it well yesterday when he mentioned, we talk a lot about all these things, but if not here, where? If not us, who? If not now, when? Okay, he said, we can talk all we want, but if we don't actually answer those questions, then, and if we're not ready to answer those questions now, here, amongst us, then who is that? Where is that? When is that? And it's a self-reflective question. I don't know if it's a rhetorical question. I kind of took it as a rhetorical question, which says, it's now, it's us, it's here, okay? And so that's really why we're all here together. And what I wanted to do was to start thinking through when we think about an output at the end of today, at the end of tomorrow, what do you envision this output to look like? And what are the kind of things that we would want to see as the groups start thinking through the content for it, okay? And so I wanted to at least kind of have the group throw out some things like, this is what I would like to see, okay? And so then that's kind of our charter. We will agree, we'll figure out whether or not that makes sense for us, but that will become our charter for the afternoon. These are the things that we need to strive for. I'll keep them up on the screen so that folks can know, hey, these are the things that we need to work towards. If we just get into a bunch of sidebar discussions and rabbit holes, and we're not really moving towards those objectives, we should recalibrate and make sure that we're moving towards those objectives. And that's what the facilitators are intended to do. So, all right, the question now is, and I guess the objectives don't necessarily have to all be the same for each of these different topic areas. So I'll hang on a second. So anyway, I'm happy to have them be distinct for each particular topic area. So if there's something specific for testing and evaluation, let's say, you know, what is it that we want to establish, or what is it that you want the group to come up with as far as an outcome of their framework discussions? Let's capture them here so that we can remind ourselves these are the things that we're trying to shoot for. All right, so let's go ahead and just, this is kind of an open session about what do we want to see as an output, okay? And by the way, I don't know if we need to video this, so I think we're good. Let's just